Hi, this is Dr. DocAmitay, registered clinical psychologist. Recently, Krista Ford, the niece of Toronto's Mayor Rob Ford, got in some hot water for tweeting something incredibly stupid, hurtful, naive, ignorant, just plain wrong. Which is basically, she said, if you're a victim of sexual assault, one of the reasons is because you probably dress like a whore. Now, she did say some other stuff in her tweet which was reasonable, which is, carry yourself properly. Don't put yourself in a dangerous situation. Protect yourself, basically. That's all reasonable. But when you start saying it's because of the way you dress that, someone's going to sexually assault you, whereas there's no good research evidence to suggest that that's true, that's just stupid. But she's 21 years old, and no offense to her, I've never met her personally, but the few times I've heard her speak, she doesn't strike me as that bright. Maybe she is, I don't know. But she's not somebody that I would take lessons in life from, in particular. The problem is I've got 11,000 plus university students that I've taught, and so many of them who are bright have the same type of mindset that a lot of people in society do, which is this. People are black and white thinkers in general. They have a hard time reconciling two what they consider to be different thoughts. And here's what they think. They say, if, for example, it can be a man or a woman, doesn't matter, but if you're, it's more often a woman and not statistically speaking, if you're going to put yourself in a vulnerable position, for example, you go out late at night, you have a lot of drinks, you get high, you meet someone you don't know, or you walk down a street that's dangerous, you are putting yourself in a risky situation. And you have to take responsibility for doing that. You're silly, you're stupid, you're foolish for doing that. Sorry, but that's the truth. However, knowing all that in no way reduces the responsibility of the person who has done the illegal, unethical, immoral, criminal act of assault. Whether it's sexual assault, whether it's physical assault, doesn't matter. The fact is, that person is wrong, they're a scumbag, and just because you might have done something stupid, you're in no way asking for it. And a lot of people have a hard time distinguishing between the two. I say that to my students. I say, look, you can have both thoughts in mind. Okay? It's the same as if I go to a bank machine and I see there's more money than I expected, and I go, woohoo, and it's late at night in a bad neighborhood, and someone sees me doing that, flashing some cash, and they stab me and take my money. Yeah, I was dumb for flashing my cash, but in no way would I or anybody normal think that the person who did it to me should get away with it, or they deserve to take my money because I was too stupid not to have kept it in my pocket. No, we would recognize them for the scumbag that they are. But for some reason, when it comes to sexual assault, when someone imposes their will on somebody else, unwillingly, we somehow say, well, because it's her fault or his fault, it's okay. We don't treat it as seriously. And fortunately, over the years, more and more people are shifting to a more reasonable and legitimate way of thinking, which is what I'm describing, saying that you can have done something stupid, but you don't deserve it, you're not asking for it, and that in no way takes away from the fact that someone did something horrible to you, and they deserve the full consequences of their bad actions. Okay? But there's still a lot of people who just say, you know what, nah, they deserve it, stupid, case over. And that's sad. And so when you have people like this Krista Ford making these ridiculously stupid, inane tweets, it just perpetuates this type of thinking. And last year, a police officer did the same thing. Hey, you don't want to get sexually assaulted? Don't dress like a slut. Okay? This kind of thinking, no matter how far we progress, is still going to be there. And people with a public profile or people in a position of authority like a police officer, unfortunately, will perpetuate it as well at times. And it's up to everyday citizens to make sure that they and the people that they may be responsible for example, their children, don't have that type of wrong thinking.